hope lives. Always. Even if sometimes it shows its face, not through us, but through others. When we find ourselves tired, when we find ourselves failing. I want to share with you something that happened to me yesterday. Yesterday, I went to put up some signs around the church. Big, huge banners that I had made that showed anybody who happened to drive by how to access things like these videos that you're watching now and our church services. I had to get these fence posts and put those in the ground so that people would be able to see it. So it would hold these banners up and it wouldn't blow over in the wind. And so I was trying to get one in the ground. And I was hitting it and hitting it and hitting it with a sledgehammer. And I looked like a crazy person. That no matter how hard I hit this thing, and I was exhausted at the end of the day, it wouldn't budge. And it was just about then that a man walked up. A man I've seen before. A man who is struggling, who has found himself living amidst homelessness, which is even more difficult now in the midst of COVID-19. And here in our church, before all of this happened, we had many extensive ministries to care for people, and that's where I'd seen this man before, but we can't do a lot of those things in the way we used to. And he walks up to me and says, "You need some help." As if the fact that I am sweating profusely after accomplishing zero, hammering this thing with this sledgehammer. And I said, "Sure, if it's not too much trouble." He said, "Why don't we look down where you're trying to put that post in the ground?" And we looked down, and sure enough, there was some mesh that had been put in the ground long ago. You know, one of those meshes that you put in to keep weeds from coming up. Well, that was keeping signs from getting put up too. And so we cut a little groove in that mesh so that we could stick this sign in the ground, and then it went in perfectly. And this man even held the bottom of the post while I stood back and hammered it in. And it was in that moment that I realized that this is somebody that I'm sorry that I can't care for in the way that I used to. And that we're taking steps to be able to care for now, but it doesn't look the way it was supposed to. But it was not me that was caring for him. That's not where hope was being transferred at that moment. It was him caring for me. Because even when we're tired, even when we're failing, even when we think we're supposed to be the one caring, and we get cared for ourselves, in these moments we realize something. That always, no matter what, hope